Welcome back, everyone. I am the Depressed Dior, and this is Arkham Horror, the card game. We're doing Circle Undone, and we'll be doing Wages of Sin. But first, I decided after stepping away and doing some other stuff and thinking for a bit, right now I'm not really built for any sort of dirty fighting build for Trish. So instead of doing dirty fighting, which will free up 2 experience, I decided to go ahead and get more economy in the deck. I do have 9 resources to start, which is very strong, but as you saw, I got through it pretty quickly. And I do have Lola, and Lola kind of needs money to function. So I went ahead and I'm going to be swapping in easy marks, and I'm going to go ahead and tag out the mouse mask. It's helpful, but it's kind of a pain to recharge, especially and at certain points in the game, once you've revealed all the locations, you can't recharge it at that point. It also takes an action to get out, and yeah, I mean, at best, mouse mask kind of gives you a little bit of like a chance of passing a test against some of these treachery cards, but it usually in most cases it usually means I have a 4-3, maybe a 4-4, and then of course there's the wonderful 4-5, and that's about it. So I'm better off just using an unexpected courage and just hoping for the best that way. I'm also replacing one of the lucky cigarette cases. Now the point of having 2 is having a higher chance of drawing one of them. But the trade-off, of course, is once you draw one of them, the other one becomes kind of a dead card unless you have Relic Hunter. So for now, I'm just going to tag out one of the lucky cigarette cases, and the easy marks by themselves also give draw as well as resources. Also, easy mark is a trick, so it can go with Bewitching. In fact, it's very good with Bewitching because you still have 2 copies in the deck to use the top 9 effect. And then it only costs 1 experience to get all 3 easy marks because it's myriad. So the last experience point is just going to upgrade the remaining magnifying glass. So we're going to have this in the deck now. All right, and then these are going to go bye-bye. And for now, we'll probably just only need to worry about upgrading one of these. Upgrade's looking good. Obviously, I do want to upgrade at least Deduction, maybe Perception as well. Obviously, I want to get Bewitching as soon as I can, so I can get it'll help prune out the deck a bit. And then I may actually start considering getting Charisma, so I can have more ally slots, which will be also helpful. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive into our next scenario. The Wages of Sin. Oops, sorry. Alright, the Wages of Sin. Ever since your encounter with the ghost in the witch house, you have been forced to reconsider everything you know about life and death. Kezia Mason died over 200 years ago, but her spirit remains in the spectral mist. The same mist you encounter in Joseph Meiger's manor. One question lingers in your mind as you consider the events that have transpired. Does Kezia's spirit linger because of the mist, or is the mist caused by her presence? Which is the disease and which is the symptom? The more you delve into Arkham's history of witchcraft and persecution, the more restless you become. Night after night, you are assaulted by terrible dreams, dreams of death and decay, of guilt and sin. There is an evil that dwells in this city, an evil that has long remained hidden in the darkness of Arkham's past. What's worse, your inquiry has reached an impasse. You believe that if you can find the coven of witches you saw in the woods that fateful night, you might be able to learn more about Kezia Mason or of this unspoken evil. As you go through your morning routine, your eyes drift across one of the similar headlines of today's newspaper. Ghost sightings on Hangman's Hill. Residents of Uptown claim to have seen human shapes in the thick fog emanating from Hangman's Brook. It couldn't be a coincidence, could it? Then the realization dawns on you. If it is the witches you seek, the only place you can be certain to find them is 6 feet underground. In the place where professed witches were executed all those years ago, searching for specters in the graveyard may not be your safest bet, but you're not sure one can be safe in this city anymore. Alright, bunch of card sets. Set aside the Watcher, got it. Randomly choose one of the 2 Gallows locations, one of the 2 Heretics Graves location, and one of the 2 Chapel Attic locations, and one of the 2 Chapel Crypt locations, and put them into play, and then remove the other versions. And then we will be starting in... then put these into play, got it. These locations have revealed versions on both sides. One side has a spectral trait and one side does not. When putting these locations into play, use the revealed side without the spectral trait. Each investigator will begin at Hangman's Brook, which I've already placed. And then set 4 special web assets aside out of play. Got it. And then shuffle 6 heretic enemies and set aside 4 of them at random. Remove the other 2 copies from the game. These cards are double-sided and have story cards on the reverse side. For the best experience, do not look at the story cards on their other side. The scenario utilizes 2 separate encounter decks. Separate each of the remaining cards from the spectral trait and shuffle them together to build the spectral encounter deck. And then shuffle each of the remaining non-spectral cards together to build the standard encounter deck. All right. The spectral encounter deck. During the setup of this scenario, 2 encounter decks are constructed, a standard encounter deck and a spectral. Generally speaking, whenever an investigator would interact with the encounter deck, that investigator should use the standard encounter deck. However, at a certain point during this scenario, locations may flip over to their spectral side. While an investigator is at a location with a spectral trait, that investigator should use the spectral encounter deck instead of the standard encounter deck for all purposes unless otherwise noted. So, for example, if you're doing like kick the hornet's nest and stuff, you'll use the spectral deck instead of the other one if you're in a spectral area. This includes drawing cards from the encounter deck as well as searching, looking, and revealing otherwise, interacting with the encounter deck in any way. This also includes abilities that trigger when the encounter deck runs out of cards. If an effect specifically refers to the standard encounter deck or spectral encounter deck, it interacts with the specified deck regardless of the investigator's location. Each of the 2 encounter decks have their own discard pile. Whenever a card with a spectral trait would be discarded, it is placed in the discard pile for the spectral encounter deck. All other encounter cards are discarded to the discard pile for the standard encounter deck. Note, flipping a location over from one side to the other during this scenario does not reveal a new location, which makes Mouse Mask even worse in this particular scenario. All right, so we need to take all of these, and we're just going to hit shuffle once, and that one's going to be the one we remove. So it's going to be that one, that one, that one, and that one. I'm too far away to actually read them, so I don't see what they're doing. And then heretics, how are we doing this? Shuffle the 6 heretic enemies and set aside 4 of them at random. Okay, so I'm going to just shuffle once and take the top 2. 1 and 2. And we'll just put them in the deck here for now. Okay, we got the spectral encounter deck. We'll shuffle that, Oh, actually. Here, we're going to take care of this. 1 second. So I went ahead and reverted the save, and I'm just going to hit the setup button. Okay, that takes care of all that. Did not take care of the heretics, so I'll just shuffle that and take the top 2. I'll just put these over here for now. Okay, so all the setup is done. I have both characters here. Let's go ahead and shuffle these again, shuffle that again, and then read these. Hanged Man 12. Surrender yourself to the path of sacrifice. Consider the good of all before you act. Let go. 8. Doomed to advance, and it looks like there's only 2 agendas. All right, Act 1, In Pursuit of the Dead. You have come to Hangman's Hill to investigate reports of ghost sightings and strange activities in the woods the last few nights, and to learn more about the witches who hid in Arkham's past. Witches who have since emerged from the shadows in pursuit of some unholy purpose. Locations cannot be flipped over. 6 clues to advance. And then over here, we got some pain. Skulls are -X, where X is 1 higher than the number of copies of unfinished business in the victory display. Cultists are now -3 until the end of the round. Each heretic enemy in play gets +1 fight and +1 evade. The tablet is -3. If you fail, trigger the forced ability on a copy of unfinished business in your threat area as if it were the end of the round. So we got unfinished business stuff to deal with. All right, and that I think is everything. So let me put a break here and I'll be right back. All right, so I put a break here so I have a way to get back to this without having to do the whole intro when I made a mistake, and I did make a mistake, fortunately. So I did get spoiled on kind of how the mechanics work. And yeah, it's one of those things. That being said, we'll go ahead and just get started. So yeah, I do know how the heretics work, and needless to say, I made things a little bit more difficult on myself, but I also, unfortunately, forgot how to play the game with a certain witch, and that did affect how things would progress. So We're going to go ahead and draw our 5. We have to start with that in our hand. We got Drawn to the Flame, which is fine. We got some Deny Existences. We don't need those immediately. 1, 2, 3. Oh, good. Just like the other time, I didn't start with any weapon. And we also, of course, have the tower, which is not good either. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, slightly different start. I will go ahead and put away the Stir the Pot. Okay, that's fine. Okie dokie. Let's, I do need to read all these, don't I? Yeah, I do. Alright, Hangman's Brook. Originating from a natural spring near the peak of Hangman's Hill, the narrow, shallow brook fills the surrounding woods with a quiet, peaceful babbling. The brook winds down the hill southward, forming the western border of Arkham's Uptown District. I'll read these as I get to them, because I'm not going to read all of them again. Alright, let's start with Lily Chen. I want to spend an action to do a Prepare for the Worst, because it has become the worst. Alright, Runic Axe. Spend 3, get out Runic Axe. And last action, I'm going to go ahead and gain a resource for now. Alright, goes to Trish. Fast Out Magnifying Glass, cost 0. We'll go ahead and move up to here. I'm going to go ahead and do Easy Mark. Draw 1 and gain 2. That cost an action, by the way. And then last action, I am going to go ahead and play said Lola. Alright. And I'll go ahead and spend 2 to use Lola's ability to get 1 clue from this location, because it has 2 Shroud. Okay. And then that was quick and easy. Let's go ahead and do Upkeep, because there's no enemies yet. Let me check something. Okay, I did forget to shuffle, because this was on the top. So I'm going to go ahead and put this back and shuffle, then draw. Okay, B cup, that's fine. So that's why I pause. I go and check the recording to make sure I shuffle, because that's the thing I keep always forgetting, is to shuffle the cards afterwards. Okay, go to First Mythos. Alright, this is what I made a mistake on. I forgot to do the Revelation effect for these nonsense, annoying things again. So, top 2. Alright, and then you draw. Alright, racked. Okay, quick and easy. Let's go ahead and start with Lily Chen first. I'm going to spend an action and 2 charges to do Glory and Power. Oh, I did verify through my failed attempt to play through this. Saga does track if you have Saga or not, which is awesome. So it just recharges 2 at a time now. Anyway, we are 6 to 2. Alright, that's right now -1, kills, and I will go ahead and use the Glory to heal a damage for now. Okay. Then my next action, I'm going to use Mercy, Stick to the Plan to go ahead and play Emergency Cash, which will get me 3 resources and draw a card. I'm then going to go ahead and spend 4 to get out Beat Cop, and that'll be it for me. Yeah, I know I haven't dealt with the tower yet, but that's down the line. For Trish, let's go ahead and use this opportunity to investigate this location. Oh yeah, get that. All right, currently I am going to be 4 to 2. Let's go ahead and make it 5 to 2 with a deduction. Good to go. We get 2 clues here. Then I'm going to go ahead and use Lola's ability to get the remaining clue. And then I'm going to move over here. This place is 3 Shroud. And I don't have Racked anymore. I'm going to go ahead and investigate this location, and I'll use I'm going to use Eureka. So this will be 6 to 3. Okay, top 3. All these are actually kind of useful. I'm going to take Obfuscation. We do get a clue here, by the way. It's 6 to advance, by the way. Alright, and then, yeah, spend 2 to go ahead and get Obfuscation out. And that is it. Okay, yeah, that's everybody. Upkeep. Upkeep. Double quick thinking, it's okay. Mythos, we're up to 2. Another one of these. Top 2. Alright, Centuries of Secrets. I'm going to be 1 to 4. Or sorry, 1 to 5, sorry. Alright. So that's going to be, yeah, I'll be 5 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We definitely got a curse. So we're going to take 1 damage, and so will Lola. Don't know why I didn't just click the discard there, but that's okay. Alright, Lily. Let's get to work here. I'm going to go ahead and smack ya. 2 charges. Power and Glory. Good to go. Healed Horror. Alright, next, I'm going to go ahead and get out my Holy Rosary. And then I'm going to go ahead and move for my next action. Alright, so we're up to 5 will now, because we do have Discipline active. Alright, Trish. Let's go ahead and investigate. We'll use quick thinking. So that's going to be 6 to 3. Alright, that's what, -3. Alright, we get the clue, but we don't get the extra action. Alright, and then we can go ahead and advance. The barrier between. Soft chanting guides you to a gloomy clearing near the abandoned chapel. A circle of witchweed surrounds the clearing, swaying gently in the breeze. At the center of the clearing, a cloaked woman kneels in front of an unmarked grave, far from the remainder of the graveyard. You watch in quiet for a few minutes while the woman sings an old, somber melody. It reminds you somewhat of a child's lullaby, soothing, but with the dark gravity that betrays its purpose. As soon as the song ends, the woman's cloak dissolves into mist, and she vanishes in a swirl shadow. Spawn 1 set-aside heretic enemy at the following locations, and then add 4 clues to each of those locations, then add 2 clues to the other locations. So we have a button here that does it for us. And there you go. Alright, check campaign log. If you have 3 or more mementos listed under mementos discovered, you understand the tragic lyrics behind the witch's song. Each investigator puts a set-aside spectral web under their control. So spectral web is a way to murder with clues. Alright, it's a spell, 0 cost asset. Action, investigators at your location may spend 1 to 3 clues as a group. And then fight, use this ability only to attack a Geist enemy. You may choose to use willpower instead of fist for this attack. You'll get plus X skill value and X damage for this attack, where X is the amount of clues spent to trigger this ability. Alright. So, and then these guys are heretics. They have 4 fight. They actually have 6 health, and then 3 evasion. Monster, Geist, Witch, Spectral, Elite. And the reason why there's 6 is because you can see it right there. It has plus 2 per investigator, so another 4. While Heretic is in a non-spectral location, it gains aloof and cannot be engaged or damaged. As a or as a lightning bolt action, you can spend 1 clue to parlay and look at the other side of the card without resolving its text. Forced, when a heretic is defeated, flip it over and resolve the text on its other side. And it has 1 fight and 1 horror. So yeah, I did go and defeat one of these pretty quickly without actually looking on the back, and needless to say, I didn't do things correctly. So, spoilers, I guess. Anyway, we now have 1,000,000 clues here. There is some additional things, though. In Pursuit of the Living, with the mist comes the revenants of the past, witches who were executed hundreds of years ago, and whose hateful spirits have returned to wreak vengeance upon the living. If you can banish them, you might learn more of the Coven's secrets. As a lightning bolt, you can flip a location over, group limit once per round at each location. Clues cannot be discovered at non-spectral locations. Then you can banish as many heretics as you can. If there are 4 copies of unfinished business in the victory display, advance. So yeah, we have to go and banish these guys. Worse, now we have to actually force these things to go into spectral mode, which is a bit troublesome. So yeah, we'll go ahead and flip this to spectral mode. Oh yeah, I didn't actually read the things here. Abandoned Chapel, 2 Shroud, 4 clues originally. During the Mythos phase, each Investigator in Abandoned Chapel gets -1 to each skill. This old, broken down chapel has been abandoned for several decades now. Perhaps once it was a place of sanctity. These days, it is only a source of somber melancholy. It has Victory 1. And then this place is Haunted Fields. Few creatures call the wooded fields surrounding Hangman's Hill home. Patches of dark pointed witchweed blossoms have choked out all other flora, and wisps of thin gray fog seep through the air like long fingers reaching out for something to grasp. Okie dokie. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and flip this over now. This realm tolerates no life whatsoever. It's now spectral, same things as before, but now it has haunted, where it'll force a spectral enemy to move once towards the haunted fields, which will actually make the heretics come to us, which is both good and bad. So we'll go ahead and flip it this round with Trish. And with this, I would be able to investigate, what, 8 to 7? Yep, 8 to 7. Let's see, earlier I did 6, 7, and we got a tablet? Yeah, we had a tablet. Alright, for now we're just going to go ahead and... Yeah, we'll just investigate this location. We're going to be 6 to 3. Good to go. And then we'll investigate it again. Alright. -3 until the end of the round. Each heretic enemy gets +1 fight and +1 evade. Probably because they don't like Silver Twilight. Alright. That's resolving everything here. And we'll go ahead and go to enemies. Enemies aren't going to do anything. We'll go ahead and do upkeep. And upkeep. Alright. 3. Bedevil into play. And another one of these. I'll be at 1 versus 5 again. Not much I can do about it. Yeah, not really much I can do about it. Okay, 5 cards again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bye-bye, Lola. Alright. Okie dokie. So first things... we'll have Trish go first. Trish will go ahead and do easy mark. 2 resources, draw a card. And then she'll investigate twice. We're going to need these clues one way or the other, so might as well do them now. Alright, good to go. And good to go. All right, Lily Chen, 5-3. Yep, it'll be 5-3. Passed. Then we're going to go ahead and just we'll move up to here. Actually, before she moves, I'm going to lightning bolt. We messed up, didn't we? 1 second. Okay, we did make a mistake. I'm going to go ahead and just rewind real quick. 4, 5. During the Mythos, we were in a haunted spectral location, so we should be drawing from the spectral deck. All right, 5-4. All right, we actually pass. And then for this, Bedevil, put it in your play. Oh, wait, nope, that's not right. Don't click. I'm so used to clicking this thing, but that's not what you're supposed to do here. All right, if there are no copies of Unfinished Business in your threat area, it gets Surge. Also, they have their own discard, so I can't just click the discard either. All right, Surge. Okay, resolve each haunted ability to your location. So the haunted for this is move enemy towards you, which would have actually changed my actions for the heretic. Give me 1 more second. Okay, I'm just verifying what this all should be. Okay, I'll have the heretic engage Lily Chen here. Resolve this. That's been resolved now. So the way it is, it's move near spectral enemy once towards haunted field, so I did that. Actually, we'll do... Yeah, this one's fine. I mean, it doesn't really matter at this point. And then I have to surge off of it. Okay, Fate of All Fools. I have to take it. Okay. Sorry about that. I was able to at least rewind for that. Technically, I kind of know what's in the encounter deck, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'll forget soon enough. Okay. So, as for Trish, I'm taking back one of the actions, and Racked would have triggered. Give me 1 more moment. Okay, so I'm going to use a resource token to keep track of that cultist. So the first one was a -3 cultist, and I would use her ability since now there's an enemy here to get both the clues, and so I have a spare action. So that is what we're looking at right now. All right, I'm going to go ahead and lightning bolt, spend a clue to parlay so I can see what this thing is. If you are at the gallows, which is just north of us. Okay. So we can read this and not resolve anything. So the way this works is while it's when you defeat it, it'll get attached to you as unfinished business. And at the end of the round, you must either take 1 damage or flip this card back to its enemy side. And if you're on the gallows and it has no clues, you can do a will or foot 4 test. And if you succeed, the ghost is banished. And you can resolve the text below. So we need to defeat this guy, get him attached to us, and then get him to a location and have that location have no clues. So that is how it works. So we need this one's for the gallows. So I still have an action left. There's not much I can do right now, at least not without provoking stuff. We could flip this over, and then that would make it this disengaged because it'll gain aloof and can't be engaged or damaged. But I think we want to take care of it. Problem is I don't have a way to take care of it right now. So yeah, for my last action, I'm just going to draw a card. Okay, stir the pot. That's fine. Okay, for Lily Chen, We're in pretty good shape here. We can actually take damage all the time. Currently does have +1 fight because of this nonsense. So how do we want to do this? We do have clues we can spend to help out. And if we spend clues, we can hit for about 4 damage. Let's go ahead and use a power and attack. We're currently 7 to 5. All right, let's make it 9 to 5. Okay, now this thing is 6 fight. All right, it's got 2 of those. All right. Next action, I'm going to go ahead and do Spectral Web, and I'll spend. I could spend anyone's clues in this location, so I will spend them. Spend 3. So, and I can use Fist or Will. So we're now 9 to 6. I'm taking a pause because I know it's going to be autofail. Okay, 9 to 6. Let's make sure we did that right. Yep. And I brought it down to 6, and we'll hit for 4 damage, which will take it out. Which means this will be attached to us as a unfinished business. Okay. For her last action, I'm going to go ahead and the first thing we'll do is flip this back to normal, and then we're going to move. Yeah, because we haven't flipped it this round. All right, and then move back up to here. Then I have to take 1 damage or flip this back. I'm going to just take the damage. All right, no enemies that will engage us right now, so upkeep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got it. Upkeep. Art student. Perfect. Okay. Mythos. We're up to 4. Now we actually draw from the regular encounter deck, so let's resolve that. Bedeviled again. And then we do this, and we're going to fail it again. Doesn't really matter. Hey, we actually did better this time. So we're still -1, so we do top 2. So it did influence it. 1 and 2. No curses this time, so Lola... Oh, I need to get Lola back. Lola is still alive because I didn't trigger that. And I didn't take a damage here. Okay. Good to know. All right. Let's go. Can't activate Bedeviled right now. So the issue right now is I can't activate Bedeviled. Okay, so for this round, I'm just going to go ahead and spend an action to get a resource, spend an action to get this off of me. And then I will spend an action gaining a resource, or I'll spend an action to get rid of Bedeviled. We're currently 5 to 3. We'll go 6 to 3. Okay, get rid of that. Next, we'll have Trish move up to this location. I'm going to go ahead and flip it. Haunted is discard top 3, and if which is discarded, you draw it. 1 last gasp. Oh, also the Gallows itself is +1 shroud for each witch enemy in play. Currently it has 3 shroud. The Gallows were decommissioned in 1901 after the execution of serial murderer Piper Thomason. Even so, the wooden platform still stands atop Hangman's Hill, a memorial to the brutality of humankind. Okay. Oh, I don't have any clues yet. This thing's going to engage us, by the way. So I'll have it engage her. And I'm going to go ahead and investigate for now. and I will use my ability when this succeeds. I'll use Obfuscation for the attack opportunity. Currently, I am 6 to 3. And we're going to keep it 6 to 3 for now. Okay, we did it. So I'm going to use the ability to auto-evade and just grab one clue. And then I'm going to spin that clue to see what this Geist is. Chapel Crypt, which is all the way over here. So for now, and then the effect is also you take a horror or flip the card back. Oh yeah, since I have defeated that one other one, I'll go ahead and read its stuff. Burn, let it all burn. The charred ghost thrashes and howls in agony as though in a constant state of torment. You cannot ease its suffering, but perhaps you can bring it to justice. Keep this card in your threat area, this side face up. If you are defeated, flip it over. Yep. And then if you banish it, you can add it to the victory display. It has one victory, by the way. Okay. So that was move, investigate. I still have another investigate in locked and loaded. So I will investigate. Can anyone activate this unfinished business? Because if so... that would be neat. Alright, so yeah, I'll go ahead and investigate this location. I'm currently 6 to 3. Let's try to go 7 to 3 and see what happens. Alright, we pass and we get an action back. We'll grab the clue. And then I'm going to spin 3 and exhaust Lola to get another clue. And then I'm going to spin 2 to get out Working a Hunch. And give me a moment, because I need to figure out how the unfinished business works. Okay, so it's encounter and scenario cards in the threat area can be activated by anyone that's at the same location. So I have an action remaining, and I have 5 foot. So I will attempt to do this. All right. I'm right now 5 to 4. And Lily Chen will commit a unexpected courage because she can do that now. So that'll be 7 to 4. We got it. Technically that heretic just got stronger, but that's okay. They don't get readied or any nonsense, right? That? No, until an end round. Okay. We banished. So yeah, resolve the text below. The fire spreads quickly, consuming the old wooden platform hungrily. The spirit's form twitches with a strange satisfaction. Add this card to the victory display. We got one of them. Okay. And if I make a mistake, I apologize, because this literally, like I mentioned before, this is my first time playing this. Alright, yeah, that's everything I can get. I was actually kind of shocked that I got through this. I didn't realize it was going to be that simple. Mainly because I just had so many lightning bolt actions to play around with. Okay, so this one is, when we looked at it, it was Chapel Crypt, which is over here. That one's going to be hard to get rid of. So we might go somewhere else for a bit. So yeah, that one's Chapel Crypt. We can go over here and see what this one is. If we're lucky, it'll be Graves, in which case we can go and just clear that one out. If it's not Graves, then we're in trouble. Okay. Also, did we... let me check. I just want to make sure we did this in the right order. Okay. So there's a slight mistake. I'm not going to be able to do this round, which is too bad because I just, did it. So I want to take back the unexpected courage. So the reason why I can't do it is because I had to do the I have to do the quick thinking action no matter what. So I'm going to take back the working hunch, and then for my extra action for quick thinking, I'm just going to investigate this location 6 to 3, and we're good. Okay, so I got all the clues. But yeah, I won't be able to do the working a hunch because of the light. It's just because of how the windows work. I have to immediately take that action. Okay, so I do still have the unfinished business, unfortunately, for this round. We're going to go ahead and finish up this round. So she's going to take a damage, which I am fine with. And then upkeep. Again, I apologize for all the mistakes. Like I said, this is each campaign gets more complicated than the last. Mythos, we go up to 5, and we are in Spectral, so we need to draw from the Spectral. Test foot 3. For each point you fail by, you take 1 damage, and if it's haunted, it costs extra to do stuff. Okay, we're 3 to 3. All right, we passed. I'm glad. Centuries of Secrets. Oh, nope. It's a Spectral deck. There we go. Spawns in the Chapel Attic or Chapel Crypt. Malevolent Spirits. Monster Geist Spectral. 2 fight, 2 health, 4 evade. While Malevolent Spirit is at a spectral location, it gains Hunter, and then gets +1 damage value and +1 horror value. If you defeat it with something other than spells or relics, it heals, exhausts, and moves immediately to a spectral location. It attacks for 1 horror. So, not a big deal. We'll actually put it down at the crypt, because we while the heretic will be aloof, it will not, so I can just use Lily Chen to kill it. Okay. That was... Oh, I did make a mistake here. This should be there. There we go. Alright. Yeah, we're good to go. And then... Okay, yeah, I think we're good to go. Let's go to investigation phase. And if I made a mistake, just scream at your screen a lot. Okay, I want to go ahead and have Trish go first. Because even with the Bedeviled, she's still the best one to do it. So yeah, I'll activate Unfinished Business. Lily Chin will commit an Unexpected Courage for it. So this will bring it to 6 to 4. 6 to 4, huh? Actually, she can do it herself. Why am I doing this? Yeah, she has 5. Yeah, we'll just investigate it ourselves. Or do it ourselves. We'll use the Unexpected Courage, so it'll be 7 to 4. Good to go. This guy will be slightly stronger, which is fine. Oh, this guy's going to re-engage us. Ooh, I'll have it go onto Trish. Do I want it to go on Trish? Yeah, I already made the skill check. We'll just have to endure this for now. In any case, there's an easy way to get rid of this thing, but we'll continue with Chen's turn first. We're going to go ahead and move and start making our way towards... Actually... How many clues do we have? Okay, we're going to try a sweeping kick. Spend 1 resource. We're going to be 9 to 5, I believe. Because, yeah, we forgot this thing even existed. 9 to 5. We're good to go. It's going to take 2 damage and then be exhausted. And evaded. Then for my last action, I am going to go ahead and use the Spectral Web. We'll use 3 clues. This is going to make us 9 to 5. We're good. It takes 4 damage, which will take it out. We already know what its deal is. It's going to start doing some horror to us, which is annoying, but not the end of the world. And then for a lightning bolt action, we're going to go ahead and flip this back to regular side. All right, Trish. Let's go ahead and have you move out. 1, 2 to here. And yeah, we're gonna have to wait a little bit. I could flip this and get everything off of this. Yeah, why not? We'll flip it. Okay. In life, malfeasance, and dying, reconciliation, and death, reverence. Its haunted effect is you'll get -1 to each skill for until the end of the round. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and investigate this location. We are currently with the -1, 5 to 2. That's what minus in the victory display. It's gonna be -2 now, which is fine. We get a clue here. And then I'm going to exhaust Lola, spend 2, and get the other one. Okay. Enemies aren't doing anything because they don't have Hunter. Goes to upkeep. I am going to take 1 horror from this thing. I'm going to put the horror on Beat Cop. Okay, that's perfect. All right. And then Mythos, we're up to 6. Let me be sure I did all that correct. Sorry about that. I'm just paranoid at this point of missing something. So, okay, so for for Lily Chen, she's going to draw from a regular one. Okay, so this is going to be 5 to 5. I'm just wondering if there's anything I want to deal with. Let's do, let's make it 6 to 5, and I'm going to pick Cultist. Ah, good call. All right, and then for Trish, hers is going to be from the Spectral. Okay, goes in here, and I'm going to be haunted from this. Okay. Let's begin. All right, I'm going to go ahead and have Lily Chen go first, I think. I'm just thinking of how I want to do this. The big issue here is while the enemies are in this state, I can't really evade them as effectively. I can deal with one of them pretty easily though. But I think I'm gonna let Chen do it. So yeah, Chen will go 1, 2 to here. For the first action. And then for our last action, I'm gonna go ahead and just draw a card. All right, and then for Trish, she's gonna get -1s to everything. As a lightning bolt, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this. Actually, Lily Chen can actually flip it. Yeah, she'll flip it, and then I don't have to worry about the haunted effect. Because as far as I can tell, you can just flip them back and forth. Unless it's unless something told me it's a liar. Yeah, doesn't matter. Okay. Trish is going to move it to any. Okay, yeah. Right now, there's no spectral location, so I think we'll just hang out here and get some cards. All right, draw a card. I'll fast out this magnifying glass. Draw a card. Oh, that's actually could be helpful. And then last action, I'm just going to gain a resource. Don't like stalling like this, but we kind of have to. So let's go ahead and do upkeep. You're going to take 1 horror. I'm going to put this on Holy Rosary because it's not direct. Also, we need only Fist for this test for the banishing, so that's a good state to be in. Oh, speaking of, I didn't even read this. Bring him to me. Bring me to him. I wish to see my love again. The thing moans and wails with sorrow in between hollow, echoing sobs. There must be some way you can bring it to peace. All right. Let's go ahead and do upkeep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, upkeep. All right, both the damage testimonies were next to each other. Great. Mythos, we're up to 7, and we're going to be drawing from the regular deck. Diabolic Voices, I'm pretty sure there's a million in here. Just 1. So we're going to be 5 to 4 right now. Yeah, we'll just do 5 to 4. We'll see how it goes. We passed, barely. Oh, I need to do a Brain 3 test. I will commit Stir the Pot and Unexpected Courage. So this will be 5 to 3. And we passed. Okay, now we resolve this. It engages me. Top 2 cards. All right. So we got Covenant Initiate with us. You know, holding the fort here. All right. We're gonna have Lily Chen go first. Yeah, the rest of this is actually okay. All right. So I'm gonna move. This will make me engage with the Malevolent Spirit. I'm gonna fight said Malevolent Spirit. I'll give it power. I'm now 7 to 2. It is dead, or not power. Power and glory is what I was gonna do, which will kill it. I did use a relic, so it does actually die. And it was from it's a spectral card, so it goes there. Hopefully I didn't miss any spectral cards. I think we're okay. Yeah, I don't see any spectrals. Okay. There's one of them that's not spectral that can possibly be in it, but no. Okay. So we're good on that front. We'll heal the damage for now. And how much damage can we do? We can do about 3, 4 damage if we want. It's definitely doable. I think I have 8 cards in my hand. I'm just wondering how I want to do this. The issue here is I can't do 6 damage. So I think I will just go ahead and gain a resource. Okay. Goes to Trish. Trish will evade this. 5 to 2. Sorry, 4 to 2. We pass. I'll then move. I will go ahead and flip this. So Chapel Crypt. While there are no enemies at the Chapel Crypt, it gets -3 Shroud. Otherwise, it's 6. A narrow stone staircase guides you deep below the chapel, where those of good repute were given proper burials. In a far corner of the room, a strange, dusty contraption is connected to one of the coffins, as dead as everything else in this room. All right. I need to verify something. 1 second. Okay, I did make a mistake with the Diabolic Voices. It was supposed to be 4 to 4 because I was -1 to each skill during the Mythos phase. I was also just checking all the other Mythos phases to make sure I didn't have any other checks like that. So it's only on the Mythos phase. It's not specifically anything like the Racked here. Speaking of the racked, I will take care of that in a second. Anyway, so actually I need to discard a random card. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. And that's fine. All right, so before Trish moves, I evaded, and instead of moving, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Racked because there's an Exhausted Witch here. And then I'm going to move over. All right. Then it goes to Upkeep, which is going to cause that witch to ready again. Lily Chen is going to take a Horror. Upkeep. Upkeep. All right. Mythos, it's going to advance. Death's Descent. The sobs of dead echo throughout the woods, accompanied by murmured promises and whispered threats. But when the spectral mist blots out the sky, all turns quiet and still. Your hair stands on end, and you begin to tremble. Every fiber of your being screams flight. The hunter has smelled the blood of its prey, and now it has come to claim your fate. Flip each location to its spectral side. Put the set-aside Spectral Watcher enemy into play at Hangman's Brook. Shuffle the remainder of the set-aside Watcher encounter set into the Spectral Encounter deck, along with the Spectral discard pile. Put the set-aside Spectral Watcher into play. Okay, so the Watcher set goes with the stuff here. Okay, makes sense now. And then shuffle the remainder along with a Spectral discard pile, so it'll be this. All right, and then what it said, and then I also need to spawn the Spectral Watcher himself in Hangman's Brook. So I'm just moving these because reasons. Well, it saves us a lightning bolt, I guess. This one's going to say hi to us. Alright, so this place is spawn the top card of the deck face down, engage with you. Treat that card as reanimated dead with 1 fight, 1 health, 1 evade, and 1 damage, and it has monster trait. Cool, makes zombies. Alright, everything's been flipped over. You're here now. By the way, the Hangman's Brook is take 1 damage, and until the end of the round, the above Resign ability cannot be triggered. Oh, neat. Alright. So, the thing here, Death's Approach. Hangman's Hill is plunged into darkness as the spectral mist invades every inch of the woods and the chapel. Somewhere in the mist, the Watcher spies its prey with eyes as empty as graves. Locations can't be flipped over. So, since I can't flip over locations anymore, we're going to put this over here now. That way, I know I'm drawing from the spectral deck. So, then we need to do Mythos, or a counter card. So yeah, that's a spectral. All right, 3 and 3. Trish, can you help? Any possible way? Trish will give a Eureka, so 4 to 3. And actually, Lily Chen will take 5 to 3 and pick Cultist. So 5 to 3. We're good to go. And it goes to, yeah, performing the test gets to take a look at top 3. Cat mask, please. Discard. Alright, that's going to be a problem. Can you help? Not really. You know, right now, 2 to 4. You're going to be busy beating up things anyway. Here, have it drawn to the flame, so 3 to 4 at least. It's -2, so unfortunately I do fail it by 3. And then it surges, and then we have to resolve this. Spawn the top card of your deck face down. Yeah, and then another one of these. I'll take the damage. Yeah, I'll take the damage. Because this is, we got a ticking clock going on now. Okay. So how's the zombies work? 1 damage. Okay. So what I'm going to do... let's start with Lily Chen here. So Lily Chen is going to spend 2 resources. Oh, it's also a new round. I should take a horror. I think I forgot to do that, so I'll just assume that's right. Alright. I'm going to spend 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. I had actually healed a horror, so I just take 1 horror here. And then I was at 4 resources. I was thinking about doing 1-2 punch. But if I can get away with it, this thing doesn't have any buffs right now because I canceled every... We haven't got any bad tokens, or I haven't got any cultist tokens that weren't negated. So I can hit for 3 damage using the clues here. The other option... Alright. Yeah, sorry, it's just a lot to juggle. So I can do 3 damage with 1-2 punch. That'll take it down to half. Then pop that, then pop that. Okay, yeah, I'll try this. So we're going to be 7-4 for this first attack. Okay, takes a damage. 8-4. Takes 2 damage. That was our first action. Second action, I'm going to go ahead and power and glory. And that'll put us at 7-4. Good to go. That is going to buff him, but he did take the damage. Actually, does that trigger during the... What's the order of operation for that? Okay, I do fail that. Because you resolve the effect and then you check the modifier. So he gets +1 fight, bringing him up to 5, and then I got -3, so I actually failed it. So that's a problem. I'm going to go ahead and just take the... No, it's fine. We'll attack it again. This time I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing, glory and power, and I'm going to use an overpower on top of it. So this brings us to 9-5. Yeah, 9-5. Okay, that does take him out. I will choose to heal a... How hard do you hit? Just 1 and 1? Alright, I'll heal a damage. Oh, sorry, that didn't take him out. That took him to 5, and then I was going to exhaust this guy and do a damage to finish him off. Sorry about that. They stole it from me. Give it back to me. The spirit searches its surroundings frantically and grasps at you with desperate eyes. It must have lost something important, but what? You must spend, either lose 2 resources or flip this back. You have to take it to the chapel attic. Alright, what's chapel attic got? Add your cards in your hand. Okay, it's technically possible. All right, that takes care of all that. I don't have any actions left to deal with the rest of the nonsense, but that's okay. So, Trish, you're a little busy. Oh, I didn't have the spare action anyway, because it's not. There's still clues here. Okay, there's already an enemy, so I need to deal with it. If I were to investigate right now, like this, breaking and entering, that's going to make us 10 to 6. We succeed by plenty. So that will allow me to evade this with the breaking and entering part, then use this ability. Since this is an enemy, I'll get an extra clue here. So 1 and 2. So now this place is -3 shroud, so I'll spend 3 to get another clue from here. And then I'm going to spend another 2 to get out working a hunch. And then I'm going to spend an action to activate this one. I'm currently 5 to 4, and will become 7 to 4 with perception. All right, -3. We got it. This one goes in the victory display. Oh, and read it. You find a nameless coffin and remove the lid. The spirit weeps as it reaches out to touch the body inside, remembering the love it once held in its heart. Cool. I do have an action remaining, but it's a bit too risky now to actually move anywhere. So for right now, I could punch this thing. Yeah, I'll punch it. And then Lily Chen will commit a overpower for it. So it's going to be 4 to 1. And we kill it. By the way, this is now -3 because there are 2 unfinished in the victory display, but that's still enough to kill this. All right. So that's the good news. Now we go to enemy phase. Spectral Watcher is on its way. And then upkeep. Oh, also I will spend the 2 resources. That would have happened. Well, that would happen at the end of the round, which is fine. Draw. Oh, good, it's you. Part of me wants to just leave, but we do have time right now, and we're not exactly super dead yet. We'll be super dead soon, but not yet. So the shroud for this is 8, so I'm not going to be able to use Lola at all for this upcoming one. But I can definitely get enough. Yeah. Alright, let's go ahead and do Mythos versus Doom. Spawn in Chapel Attic or Chapel Crypt, which is where we're at. I'm going to spawn it here because I need to get rid of it anyway. It's direct damage. Yeah, I'll take it. Okay, we'll start with Lily Chen. Runic Axe. We're just going to do power. Alright, got it. Alright. Let's, we're going to get punished rather hard. Because we need to get rid of this guy. It's either that or we just make a break for it. And that's kind of tempting. We have 4 victory. We have... Where's the other victory? No, seriously, where's the other victory from? Oh, it's because it's here. Got it. Yeah, currently we are at 4 victory, not 5. Geez, give me a moment. I'll think about it. I thought about it. We're going to engage the Mob Enforcer and then attack it. We'll use power. So this will be 7 to 4. Okay, 2 damage, and then I'm going to take it out using the Beat Cop. Okay. And then I can definitely get the clues here. So I will. Yeah, it's equal to the number of cards in my hand, so that would be what? That would be 10 to 8. So yeah, we'll go ahead and move up. This will engage. I'm going to go ahead and use Obfuscate to take the attack opportunity. And investigate. So right now we're going to be... We're number of cards in hand, which is 3, so it goes up to 8, then 9 and 10. And then I'm going to go ahead and commit a damning testimony to make it 11. And like I said, committing cards doesn't get discarded until the end. So it's 11 to 8. All right, we succeed just barely because there's only 2 in the victory displays. Good thing I did that. I will use my ability to auto-evade this thing, and I'll grab a clue. And this gets discarded. And it's way too... Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. Oh, no. That's bad. Definitely don't want him right now. Okie dokie. We might have to make a break for it. Yeah, I was hoping not to get Shadow Agents. I made the gamble, and I failed it. So, enemy phase. Spectral Watcher's going to go say hi. Do 1 and 1. Which I will happily take. I'm just seeing where I want to take the 1 and 1 right now. Yeah, we'll just take the 1 and 1. This is going to hit for 2. I'll have Lola take 1 of it, and Trish can take the other. Actually, no, I have to take both. I need every stat point I can get. So this is going to be risky. I might not be able to survive this. Upkeep. Okay, medical student. Mythos, route 2. I'm going to go ahead and just ward that. Oh, actually, I can't. I have to spend 2 to keep the thing a spirit. So it's just going to hit me. So 1 and 1. If there are no copies of unfinished business in your threat area, get Surge. Haunted ability, I have to discard a random card. Spawn it there, I guess. And by the way, this is going to re-engage me. Yeah, I should have ran. Because, yeah, I'm in a little bit of trouble now. I'm currently 5 to 5. I'm currently 9 to 8 on the investigate. Except by investigating. I guess the question is, what are my chances of passing? 6 out of 17. Yeah, good luck on that. I can't play anything either. Well, I can play one thing. And then pray. So, yeah, I'll start with Lily Chen. What's probably going to happen is Trish is just going to go down, and I'm just going to have to flee. So that's what we're going to end up doing. Okay, so first I'm going to attack this Malevolent Spirit. Power and Glory. Okay, killed. It's a relic, so I'm good there. I'll heal a horror. Not much I can do about you, unfortunately. I can evade you. That's an option. It's either that or just hit you twice and then just duke it out some more. Let's yeah, I'm just gonna practice the power. 7 to 3 for evasion. Okay, it's evaded. And then for my last action, I'm going to move. I'll get engaged by this witch. Okay, I can get out. That's all that matters. Trish, good luck. The only thing I can really do is try to evade the Shadow Agent. I can try investigating, but, well, I guess investigating has a slut. No, even if I investigate, it becomes even because Lowell is going to die from the attack opportunity. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and evade the Shadow Agents 5 to 5. That's a no. I don't have any unfinished business. I'll evade again. Nope. And last one. Nope. Okay. So it's going to go enemy phase. During the enemy phase, I'm going to take 1 horror from this thing. This will unexhaust eventually, and then I'm going to get hit for 1 and 1, which will take out Lola, and then I'll take 2, and that'll take me out. So that is it for Trish Scarborough. She's going to take 1 physical trauma. Also, all million of her clues are going to get placed here, so we're not going to be able to get rid of that thing anyway. Okay, then we'll go upkeep. Okay, that's parlay, draw, and investigate. That's fine. Then end of round, I can't pay this, so it's going to flip back over and be engaged with me. Mythos, 3 Doom, draw, got a Wraith. Alright, so all of this can hit for a total of 4 damage. I have enough soak to survive this. So I'm going to go ahead and move, which will provoke. So I'm going to lose the Holy Rosary. I'm going to lose the Beat Cop, and then I'll take 2 horror. And then for my next action, I'm going to resign. Resigning does not provoke. Just to verify, I will look it up. Oh, is that a tax opportunity? Yep, 5. Fight, evade, parlay, or resign. So we can resign. Okay. And yeah, pretty brutal. If I hadn't drawn hoods, I would have been fine. I would have been able to keep that thing busy for a little while, and then start just sucking up all the clues using her ability. Obviously, the Fate of All Fools kind of screwed us as well. I should have just put a Doom on it. We were kind of good on the Doom track, sort of. I mean, 7 is actually kind of rough. So it is what it is. All right, let's resolve this. Sorry for zooming in all over the place. Okay, if no resolution was reached and at least one investigator resigned, go to resolution 1. Okay. Rays of faded sunlight stream through the haze, and the unnatural mist finally recedes. As it does, Hangman Hill returns to its original state. No other spiteful ghost emerge to haunt you, and the witches who summoned them have retreated into the shadows once more. You hope that you have done enough to prevent the rest of Arkham succumbing to this horror. In your campaign log, record X heretics were unleashed into Arkham, where X is the number of heretics in play, which was 2. All right. If X is 3 or less, under Mementos Discover, record Wisp a Spectral Mist. Yeah, that is something I've noticed just kind of glancing while I was going through the resolutions is you can, as long as you get some of the stuff, you'll at least get partial credit in most of these, which is nice. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X of each card in the victory display. So it should be 4. Where is that 5th one coming from? Oh, it was because of this thing. Okay. So yeah, it should be 4. All right, we gain 4 experience. What are we going to do with 4 experience? Who knows? So there's definitely a few things we need to do. I think I will go ahead and upgrade Prepare for the Worst. That has proven to be needed. So that's going to cost us 1 experience. This particular session, even when I was making the mistakes, every time I started with no weapon, I had to pop this. So using this, it now only costs 0 now, and it will. You can also, instead of just putting it in your hand, you can play it immediately if you can pay the resource cost. So that definitely saves some actions. It also adds a foot icon if you care about that. So that's 1 experience. So that leaves us with 3 remaining. Script Reaver is probably the one I want. But I really want... Well, what I really want is Elders. Elders would be actually really helpful. That's something I've kind of realized with playing Chen, or Lily, playing as Lily, is that she can get some really high values and then just get clues on her own. So I have 3 experience remaining because I just spent 1. So I could do Ancient Power and then Elders. I mean, it's still going to be expensive. It's either that or I do Script Reaver, which would allow me to essentially do kind of everything. I won't be able to do Hunt or Elders, though, if I do that, so it ends up being kind of just there. Okay, so yeah, we'll go ahead and upgrade. I'm going to go ahead and pick up Ancient Power, which will cost me 2. And then I think, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get... I can get Elders. And I think that's going to be the plan. And then that'll leave me a point. So that cost me 3, and then this cost me 1. So yeah, that's 4 experience there. So we're good on that front. And for Trish, we don't need that curse anymore. We have 4, which is a pretty good place to be at. I think I'm just going to upgrade both deductions. That'll give us an opportunity to get more clues at a time. I seem to be, and my luck seems to have me start with those pretty often. Okay. I apologize again if I made any mistakes. We did lose a person, so we did take a trauma there. Everything else, though, I think went pretty well. Yeah, I should have just cut my losses and just take the 4 experience, but I wanted to see if I can get a 3rd one. All right, with all that, next will be for the greater good. So I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I am the Depressed Dealer. This was Arkham Horror, the card game, The Wages of Sin. Oh, sorry, The Circle Undone, and this was The Wages of Sin. And I'll see you guys next time.